on the chat. If you guys are still here, you can come on back in, and then we can finish our discussion, which was what does art mean to you? Because art means to me, art is a form of expression from one's own self and one's own inner niche. I feel is very important for a person to, express themselves in some form of fashion, whether it be art or whether it be, my thing is, I gravitate on art, but like through design, through filmmaking, whatever your niche is that you like to do, you know what I'm saying? That's, I feel like everyone should express themselves. And it's a lot more people I feel like nowadays are doing that. Everyone is expressing themselves in different ways, especially with these platforms that you have out here nowadays. You can do just about be or do anything you want to do. Back then you couldn't do all of this that you have now with these platforms and layers that you can, um, present yourself and your craft. But yeah, so everyone knows me, Amy the artist, aka Amy Tania. So a couple of days ago, released a new song called called. Well, I released a couple of new singles, but my latest one that I just released a couple of days ago, and this lighting really be doing something. But this new song that I just released a couple of days ago, uh, you guys want to kill me because I don't know. Only thing that's popping in my head is who's gonna love, who's gonna love. That's what's popping in my head right now. But that one came out too, along with we have Let's Ride, Who's Gonna Love, and come on, Amy, come on. Ooh, okay, okay. It's cool and breezy, cool and breezy. Of course, it's cool and breezy because that's all I've been talking about the last week. I wanted you guys to come there and see the video, So yeah, cool and breezy. That's the last single that I've released, and so hopefully you guys got a chance to check that out. If you haven't, please be sure to go ahead and visit that. It's on this page, and it's briefly down below. So, and I also want to thank you for listening to that. If you already have, means so much to me as a creative, and artist. My artistry and things like that. So yeah, the last subject was what does art mean? What is art? And like I was saying, art is a form of expression. Art is a form of, that's how everyone. I think we're all walking pieces of art. To be to be honest, I think we're all walking pieces of art. Wouldn't you say so? Everyone has a creative side. Everyone has some sort of niche or thing that they grew up loving to do. And art so happened to be art and music is just so happened to be one of my favorite niches. So that's what I kind of like. You know, it everything derives off of is that particular thing of me like coming from a child to doing art and music. But so I just decided to use these platforms to try to take it to another level. So yeah, a couple of last, I'd say, so let me just give you a little background. Growing up as a child, I've always had the mic placed in front of me, and I think that the world, universally speaking, comes full circle and it just goes round and around. And I actually have a song called Round and Around. And so the mic was always kind of like put in front of me and things like that. I found myself singing as a child in front of the lunch room as early as probably like, let's see, probably like 4 or 5. That's the earliest I can remember. Probably earlier than that, especially growing up in the church. I was, became a part of the choir and things like that. If you hear me beating the drums too loud, if you hear me singing too loud, it's because I have that soul in me from growing up as a child. You know what I'm saying? So Pardon that. Hopefully, I'm not blowing out your ears, but I love bass. I feel like that drives, the beating heart. So yeah, but back to art. Well, let me get off of art for a minute. So let's just briefly describe me growing up and how art came about in music. So yeah, I was singing as a child. Then I got into a couple of I got into a couple of art. I got into a couple of choirs. Then talent shows. That's what I meant to say. Talent show. I got into a couple of talent shows, and then later on, I I tried to get my own little studio. I would go to studios here and there, but it just wasn't adding up. I would do things here and there. And before the platforms and things like that, social media, it was a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I found myself trying to get my music out there so bad. Like, I would do, just, I don't even want to mention half the things I was doing, but I would leave, for example, so I went to radio station and shout out to the radio station that did play my music, but I made a little pretty basket and I put my CD. I gave them a lot of little I gave them some fresh cookies and things like that. And I just, whatever I did, I just wanted to do it up. And that's just the type of person I am. So, yeah, that's what I did. And at the time, I didn't have my handles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my social media handles, so I couldn't really do it up too big. But when I think back on what has been done for me, behind the scenes and stuff like that, just out of the goodness and kindness of people's hearts, I really do appreciate it, and I cannot even stress that enough on how much I appreciate the fact that there are people out here who really do care or have the same, you know, drive, or even so much as have a love for it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, outside of that, uh, the universe, it kind of like closed in on me for me to have this little avenue to actually create my artistry and music. And so it began to happen slowly but surely. And fast forward to now, my music and art being out here, what I'm saying, which is readily available on the website that is linked under either on Facebook. You can go to any of the artists. It's not spatial like this. You can all type it in one word. You know what I'm saying? You see it there, and then you can browse the collection. Also, with the collection of music, I just recently uploaded a couple of things. It'll better suit you to go over to this on Facebook, and then you can see it there. You know what I'm saying? You see all the especially within the last couple of weeks, because no one can say, "Hey, Amy didn't put it all into she had into her business," right? So yeah, this is another thing. I created a journey and going business hunt, and met a couple of beautiful people along the way, and here I am today. You know what I'm saying? Here I am today, and it's almost the close of the year. See, December's going to be coming around, January's going to be coming around, all that good stuff. Another year wrapping on around and around we go, right? And I know I'm talking awfully fast right now because I should have been here all along, right? But I wanted to, I had to have with my platforms I use those as malleable avenues. So I've been here on this side, but I just wanted to, tap into the other markets. So I was going to paint with you guys today, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that. I went showed you guys quite a bit of things. Do you guys want to see me paint today? That's all I've been doing is painting and creating. Painting and creating. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, I've been on here approximately almost 10 minutes now. I do have my tools. I do have them readily and available. But you know what? Next time when I catch you on the live, maybe I'll do a nice little paint for you, one that I can put into the collection. And then, but those pieces that you saw earlier, like towards the end of the year, I like to donate those. I like to give my artwork away. So on Facebook, there was a piece with the birds on the tree and things like that. I gave that artwork, away at the end of the year, and so that's a part of my thing. I like to, donate towards the end of the year, especially, gift giving seasons. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to thank you guys for joining me once again. Still beta testing, you guys. If this live pops up or if it don't, this was just one more opportunity to get to know me, which is extra special because you caught me here first. All right, thank you guys for joining me today, and make sure you follow the Amy the Artist on Facebook because that's where I tend to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a malleable place for me lately. I don't know. I might tap over to here too more frequently because you guys have in this last week given me so much uh, creative support that I just had to say thank you too. Just not over there, but here too. But all right, guys, and I will talk to you guys later.